Hello everyone, welcome to my house. Today we are discussing the high-pressure policies of family education. Every breath Ellie takes seems to put her mom on edge, making one wonder if she's conducting some sort of experiment. Whenever this happens, she opts to play the piano, attempting to drown out the echoes of those warm family exchanges. Ellie's mom firmly believes her son is a bright student. She goes through all kinds of trouble to help him escape this house. She even sold off everything valuable in the house to provide her son with a noble learning environment. This is your last chance. Hurry to high school and don't mess up again. But she didn't realize it might be a ticket to prison. To avoid disappointing her mom, Ellie cut her hair short and excitedly entered her new school, greeted by the campus prince. Even though she looked like a friendly greeter, every word out of her mouth centered around the importance of rules. In Shanghai schools, everyone is both a classmate and a mini-cop. The first thing they did at the dorm was to familiarize her with the rules. Here, students run the show, follow the rules, and yell live to see another day. But at that moment, Ellie was clearly not paying attention, soon realizing the gravity of the situation. During lunch, a classmate inadvertently asked about her dad, and Ellie felt like the topic had suddenly become an epic disaster. This was a landmine she didn't want to step on, but the president mercilessly called the classmate out. She never expected that classmate wouldn't even try to defend themselves and just stepped up for the smackdown. Even the teacher next door didn't react. Ellie instantly understood this was a welcome test. This school lets students run everything except for classes, and the unspoken rule is to keep your tail tucked. So annoyed to meet her mom's expectations, Ellie kept her cool. However, during a chat, she accidentally let a swear word slip, triggering the president's wrath. The president immediately called over the classmate who boasted to receive the punishment, clearly furious. This punishment escalated as she whacked her friend's head with a bottle cap, purely a minion achievement. Fortunately, her friend didn't get upset at all and instead ended up becoming her very close buddy. Later, her roommate Pi comforted her, saying, "Just endure, and you'll get through this." However, the embarrassed president clearly wasn't planning to let Ellie off the hook. They made her shine shoes, trying to get her to swallow her pride. Ellie reluctantly complied, but her minions stupidly wanted her to wash those smelly shoes. What a no-respect decision. Pi worried she would face more backlash and advised her to compromise, but Ellie believed the rules were her best protection. However, soon, those minions deliberately sought her out to provoke her, and faced with all this, she couldn't take it anymore and furiously retaliated. Because the duel was clearly unfair, 2 against 1 was practically a win battle. The loser not only gets humiliated, but also gets laughed at as a weak little mouse. When the duel time arrived, Ellie heard the noise outside and could no longer hold back. Ignoring Pi's advice, she rushed out, but just when she got downstairs, she turned back. After all, she didn't want to disappoint her mom. Listening to her mom's gentle yet slightly nagging tone, she finally managed to calm down. The president outside was furious, pouting when Ellie didn't join the duel, labeling her as the cowardly mouse. Many began to call her mouse, but Ellie kept her chin up, planning to endure for a year. However, the president clearly hadn't finished their revenge. The day she used room check as an excuse to toss everyone out like prisoners. She turned the dorm into chaos. Even though she didn't find anything on Ellie, she still shot her looks of provocation. But Ellie chose to keep her cool and not retaliate impulsively. But peace didn't last long. By the end of the month, the president began to strike again. She coldly announced Ellie as the most rule-breaking criminal of the month. In the court that appeared harmonious on the surface, she enumerated Ellie's offences one by one: her disobedience, her use of foul language, and her cowardly demeanour. Faced with accusations, Ellie replied with strongest words in the most respectful tone. On Labor Day, Ellie quickly completed her tasks, but the minions clearly weren't going to let her off easy. They unreasonably demanded Ellie strictly adhere to the standards and dig a 1-meter cubic hole, treating her like a plaything. When it started pouring, they purposely made her wait half an hour, then told her to fill the hole back up. It was practically a joke. Hearing this, Ellie slowly raised the shovel and the minions clearly got scared. but she didn't act, suppressing her anger and obediently filling the hall. When she finished, only a few employees remained in the cafeteria, but a girl brought her some food. Seeing Ellie was like spotting her little brother. "Can I get you some water?" "I have a brother, he often gets you angry." Marie obviously had a crush on Ellie and thought her experiences were worth sharing.